Hey guys, welcome back to the B Word. So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, something a little bit deep. Well, deep for me, but we're doing the Perfect Imperfections Tag. And this is one of my favorite tags on YouTube because it's all about keeping it real. So if you don't know what it is, don't worry, I got you. I'm going to explain it. Basically, I'm going to give you 3 imperfections. So these are 3 insecurities I have, 3 of my flaws. And then I'm also going to give you 3 things that I like about myself. And I love this tag because if you've been following the B Word for a while, you know with the beauty project, you know with Man to Man, we're all about keeping it real, all about owning your truth, telling your stories. But I've been behind the camera for most of it, so I feel like, okay, well guys, it's your turn now to get into the hot seat. And you gotta talk the talk as well. So yeah, my first imperfection is my teeth. Yes, girl, yes. So the thing about me is that if you know me, I'm a really smiley, happy person. I'm always out here, and you probably wouldn't think that's an insecurity of mine, but I've always been quite insecure about like the size of my teeth. Guys, I have really small teeth. There was actually a point in my life where, and I think I might actually still do this, but because when I smile, I have a really gummy smile, and I'm like, I don't like it. I just don't think it's cute, So sometimes if I laugh, because I'm a very I express with my face, so when I laugh, it's like, ah! It's not like, no, for me it's like, ah! So like what I used to do when I was really aware of my teeth is that I'd put my hands in front of my mouth and be like, ah, because I wouldn't want people to see what's going on over here, and I was really insecure about it. But I've come to terms with it. It's just something I wouldn't change about myself. It's something, insecurity that I've now embraced and been like, it's my smile, fam. It is what it is. It's not perfect, but it's cute and it's me. So yeah, deal with it. All right, my second imperfection is actually something that I've been having a bit of a struggle with quite recently, and I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm just gonna share it anyways. And it's actually been my body. So y'all can see for yourself that your girl's small framed. If you want to just be straight with it, your girl is a skinny, okay? For most of my adult life, like from maybe early teens to right now, I just lost kind of the baby weight, and I've always just been thin. And yeah, it's something that recently I was battling with because, I don't know, the funny thing with insecurities is that a lot of the time you don't really see these things as a problem until somebody else points it out to you. So there was a period maybe like 2-3 weeks ago, a lot of people just came up to me, maybe in the course of a week or so, and they'll be like, babe, are you eating? Babe, are you okay? And I was just like, babe, like if you know me, guys, if you know me and food, we like this. Eating is not a problem. Some of us just have fast metabolisms. So it's just how I'm built, how I am. I can eat and not gain weight. But it's something that, yeah, I started becoming really self-conscious about, because then I was thinking, oh my gosh, people are gonna look at me and think that like, I'm sick, am I disgusting? And maybe I should just gain weight, And I do have my own body goals, but the problem comes in when you are trying to change your body to make other people comfortable, to make other people happy, and not for health reasons and not for yourself. So a turning point for me was when I was getting ready to go out and I was putting on my clothes, and I was like, you can't find anything to wear. That's not a new thing for me. I'm always like, I don't have clothes, there's clothes, but I don't have clothes. But then this day, I realized everything I was wearing was everything that kind of showed my body. So if it was a tight fitted top, if it was a crop top, spaghetti strap, I was like, no. And I was looking for those oversized clothes, things that would cover me, things that I would hide, because I just wasn't feeling good about my body. And even more so, I didn't want anyone to see me and like be like, give their unwarranted opinion, because apparently that's a thing. People just make comments about your body when nobody asks for it. So that was a really big moment for me where I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna put on a tank top and I'm gonna rock it. You guys can see my skinny arms and my collarbone or whatever. As long as I'm healthy, as long as you're happy, I think, guys, just embrace your bodies. All right, so moving swiftly along to our perfections, or rather, the things that we like about ourselves. I don't know why I say we, it's literally just me, but the first thing that I like about myself used to be a huge insecurity for me, which is why I think I really want to share this, and that is my dark skin tone. So I'm a dark skinned black girl, and I'm saying all this melanin, come on girl. But and I really love that about myself. I love my skin tone. It's just, but it was something that I really struggled with growing up. You know, I think for various reasons. I got teased a lot growing up, getting told that I was dark, getting told that I was ugly. And then I also used to see a lot of other girls who are lighter than me. They got praised for their skin tone, praised, and they were beautiful. So for me, dark skin always equated to ugly. And because I was dark skinned and always one of the darkest girls, I was ugly. And it also didn't help that I think with media and beauty standards, the standard was the complete opposite of me. You know that European, tall, white, blonde girl that was beautiful, and that's what for a long time in my life I looked up to and I really aspired to. And I am going to do a video talking a bit more about this with a friend, so I won't go into a lot of detail now, but that was something like, you know, the journey of loving myself and really just accepting and realizing beauty is beyond the surface. And then even after realizing that it's beyond the surface, but there is beauty in your surface, no matter what your surface looks like. Yes, come on! You know, I've really come to really embrace and really love my skin, babes. And I mean, come on, check that African butter. The next thing was, so I feel like I need to put a bit of a disclaimer because I don't want it to be taken the wrong way. So I'm going to say it and then you must listen to why I'm saying it. So the next thing is my face. Yes, girl, I said it! So I was like, should I say this? I don't want it to come off as narcissistic or like really arrogant, but I always had a problem at one stage in my life with different parts of my face and really nitpicking at different aspects of it in isolation. So for example, it would be like, oh, my lips are too big and they're not like, you know, red enough, or you know, I spoke about my small teeth and my gummy smile. Then when you get to the nose, then you know, like, oh, my nostrils are so huge, or even something as small and insignificant as the whites of my eyes, they're not white enough, and I have this big forehead. And it's just like, yeah, it's interesting to see like how at some point in my life I really like tear down all these little parts of myself, but now I've come to a point of, in isolation, I'm still not crazy about any of them, to be honest, you know, in isolation, but when they come together, I'm like, actually, God, I see the vision here. And even more than that, it's a thing of like, they're not perfect, you know, it's not perfect, you'll never be perfect, but it's me. It all comes together and makes bokang. And that's honestly, it may sound cheesy, it may sound corny, but dude, that's honestly the most beautiful thing, that uniquely, unapologetically, you cannot copy originally me. So yeah, my face is my second perfection. So now we spoke about the physical, so I want to speak about the non-physical, give you one non-physical imperfection and one non-physical thing that I like about my personality. So I think with the imperfection is, again, very close to home, literally something I've been struggling with lately, and that is letting go of control. So I think like maybe a misconception could be that when you look at me, oh, Bokang is so carefree, Bokang, you know, go with the flow kind of girl. Absolutely not. I am like control freak of note, you know. I need to just know where things are going. I have my plans, I have my goals, this is how things are gonna go, and when they don't go according to that, it stresses me out, guys. Like, I end up worrying so much, I get really anxious, you know, and then that gets me in like a negative headspace as well, where I'm just like, oh, what if this will happen? No, what if that will happen? And it just brought me back to this whole thing of like, folks, you can worry about like, you know, the uncertain and stuff, but where's your faith, babes? Like, where's your faith? And I mean, that's exactly what faith is, you know, the things are hoped for but not seen. And really just believing that in God's plan and God's will for your life, that it will pan out. And as a Christian, you know, and someone who really believes that God's plan is better than any plan that I can have for my own, it doesn't really make sense that now I'm busy out here freaking out. I'm out here freaking out, I'm out here stressing, I'm out here being pessimistic and negative about my own life because things aren't panning out. And I think it's that whole thing of really trying to control everything. And what a big thing that I'm just really working on is surrendering and letting God do what God does, because He's got it under control. And then perfection, I love just saying perfection. And then one thing I really like about my personality, I'll say what I wanted to say is that initially I was like, oh, I love that I'm creative and a really friendly person. I was like, which one should I? But I just thought of right now is that I'm really like a go-getter. You know, like as much as I can worry about not knowing exactly where life's gonna take me, is that I don't give up. I know that there's a purpose behind my life, and that there's a passion, and that there's a promise that God has put over my life. And honey, I know I work hard and I try, and I'm not even afraid to try. I try and I fail and I get back up. I'm a go-getter, and that's something that I really love about myself, and I never want to lose. So yeah, that's my Perfect Imperfections tag, guys. I don't know how it's gonna come out. You see, the control freak in me already is while I'm talking, I'm thinking, I said this, I made a mistake there, maybe I should just reshoot. But you know what? Let's just keep it as it is. It's the whole idea here is not to be perfect. It's just to be real, and this is me being real. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I would love it if you guys commented below, you know, at least one imperfection and something that you're working on, something that maybe you have worked on and embraced, and one thing that you do like about yourself. If you liked the video, subscribe if you haven't, guys. I want to say shout out to the people that have been subscribing. All of a sudden I got a few subscribers and I'm like, yes, we're growing, the fam. So welcome. Hey, there's gonna be a whole lot more videos coming your way, so I hope you're excited and ready for that. And I will see you in the next one, guys. Yeah, I feel good. This was a nice therapy session. So also share it. Thanks. Okay, bye.